Hey guys, Silven here. Today we're going to be looking more in depth on herb runs for the RuneScape idiot. A common response from my first video was a fear and lack of motivation to do herb runs because they can seem a little bit complicated. In this video, I'll cover exactly what equipment you'll need and how to complete your herb run. If you're still confused, I've actually created an unlisted video that has me entirely walking you through a herb run in real time. This video will consist of patch locations and their requirements, in much greater detail than my last video, equipment required, including a list of common equipment you may think you need but you don't actually need, and how to specifically do the run. Great, so just quickly before we start, as I mentioned in my first video, you will need 32 farming. I'm not going to go into great detail on this, so there's 3 ways to get to 32, and again, I highly recommend just doing the quests to skip or minimize the level grind. With each method for reaching each herb patch, don't forget a lot of the teleports can actually be accessed from somebody else's house if they have a max house on world 330. So if you don't have access to these teleports to Canifis or a skills necklace, you can ideally go to somebody else's house just to use it yourself. Just like the last video, I'll divide the patches by difficulty. First, for the easy patches, we have the Falador patch. There is no requirement to use this patch and it's really easy to get to. The best method is to use the Lumbridge Diary Ring to teleport directly there, but a Falador, House, or Glory teleport to Draenor would be fine as well. Catherby similarly has no requirements and can easily be accessed through a Camelot or Catherby teleport. Artie is the last patch without requirements whatsoever. You can use an Artie Cloak 2 or an Artie teleport or a Fishing Guild teleport to get there pretty easily. And while Canifis is still in the easy category, it requires completion of Priest in Peril. It's a very easy and quick quest, but some people should be careful however because it gives prayer XP, so combat XP. Once you've completed the quest, it's quite easy to get there with an Ectophile or a Canifis teleport, or you could use a Fenkenstrain's Castle teleport or the ALQ Fairy Ring. Now onto the medium patches. The Hosidius House patch has no requirements to use, but once you've gained 50% favor, the patch will be disease free. It's easily reached with either a Xerix Talisman or a Korend House teleport, and the minigame teleport is a good method too, provided you have 100% favor. The Troll Stronghold patch requires 7 quests. However, they're not very difficult and they only have a few low to mid-level requirements. I'll list them here. Ideally, you can use the Stony Basalt to teleport straight to the patch, but that requires making friends with my arm completion, so the other option is by using a Trollheim teleport and walking the rest of the way. This does require 61 magic and I wouldn't recommend walking from the Games Necklace teleport, it would take forever. Don't forget, this patch is also disease free. Let's finish off with the hard patches. The Farming Guild requires 65 farming for the section that the herb patch is in. It can be boosted and it requires 60% Hosidius favor. It's fairly easy to get there with the Skills Necklace or the CIR Fairy Ring. Weiss requires the completion of Making Friends with My Arm, which is a very difficult quest with a lot of requirements. I'll only list the quest requirements here, as listing all the sub-quest requirements will take up a few pages of space. Building a fire pit after the quest gives you access to the disease-free patch. There is a teleport immediately adjacent to the herb patch by use of Icy Basalt. I wouldn't recommend getting there another way as it's much slower. Lastly, we have the Harmony Island patch, which requires the completion of the Morty Elite Diaries. The requirements for this are quite high and lengthy, so I'll just list some of them as an example so you can see how high they actually are. Once you do have access, however, you can use the Harmony Island teleport or the Mossly Harmless teleport to get there. Now we know which patches we can do and how to get there, let's look at the equipment we need to bring. We need our 4 pieces of farming equipment. A spade, it allows us to harvest the crops or remove dead herbs. A seed dibber, it allows us to plant the seeds. A rake, it will remove the weeds if they pop up. And magic secateurs, they give you a 10% increase in yield when worn. You have to wear them. It's actually a bit more than that due to how the math works out, but I won't go into the complex stuff, that's for a different video. We'll also need a few things for the runs. For the herbs you're going to plant, always take Ranarrs seeds. If you don't have enough money to buy the Ranarrs seeds, then get Toadflax, but Ranarrs are almost always going to bring in the most profit. You'll need 1 Ultra Compost per patch, It increases the yield by more than 1. Again, it's some complex math stuff, so just think on average 1.4 to 2 increase per patch, as it also reduces the chance of disease by 10% as well. I'd strictly say always use Ultra Compost on herbs without exception. It's almost always worth the money. Only the lower level herbs like guam or something will lose you money. You'll need weight reducing equipment as there's a lot of running. Teleports to each patch. A rune pouch, it will save inventory space on teleports. And possibly 1 stamina potion or a Lumbridge diary ring too, as that restores your energy as well. Until you get the closer teleports, you may need to replenish your run energy during your run. One last potential option is to take fertile soil once you have the Ultra Compost option with the volcanic ash unlocked. But the requirements are probably too high to really include in this video, and you'll be using lunar magic in that. Now, let's look at some things we won't need, but sometimes they seem like they're required as they may be relevant to farming in general. Watering cans aren't needed for herbs at all, so you don't need one. Normal secateurs aren't used for herbs either. The magic ones are the ones that when worn increase your yield by 10%, but the normal ones are useless. A herb sack sounds like a great idea, but when you do farming, you'll realize that your yields are actually a lot more than the herb sack can hold, and it clogs up your inventory by a space by doing so. So if we do go past a herb patch while it's growing, while doing something else, and you see it's diseased, you can quickly get a plant cure and fix it up. But otherwise it's a waste of time. Now I'm going to go through how to actually do the run step by step. If you need additional guidance, click the link in the description to see my unlisted video where I go through a farm run in real time so you won't be confused. Start by getting out the equipment you'll need, which we just went through. I'm doing 8 patches today, so I'm grabbing 8 seeds and Ultra Compost. You can have the compost stored at the leprechaun or in the bank. I just prefer to store it at the bank as I go through a heap of it. Once we're at our first farming patch, we'll want to withdraw our spade, dibber, rake, and secateurs. Do not forget to equip the secateurs or you will not get the bonus. If you haven't planted something in a while, the patch will be covered in weeds. Just left click the patch to slowly remove the 3 weeds. Remember, they can come back while we're using compost and we'll have to remove them to plant the seeds, so just take the rake with you as well. Now you just need to pick your crop if you have your seed already planted. After harvesting, use your compost on the patch, then drop the bucket. Then use your seed on the patch to plant it. You don't need to water the patches either, so you're done now. Now you can use your herbs on the leprechaun to note them. I clean my herbs before doing so because I prefer to clean them now rather than later, but you can use them on him whether they're clean or not. Now it's time to move on to the next patch and just repeat for each one you have. Once you've finished the last patch, hand in your rake, dibber, spade, and magic secateurs to the leprechaun, or you can keep them in your bank. I just prefer to keep them with the leprechaun. Congratulations, you've done your farm run. That's all for this video, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe and leave a comment on what you'd like me to do next. Bye!
On the way down screaming,